What is happening, sports fans? You already know who it is. It's your main man, Matt, from the DFS 5-pack. Here with my main man, the DFS Patriot. He let go of the baby for a minute, so he on with me and talk some NBA. It is Thursday, February 24th. We made this video yesterday, but as expected, like so much news came out, like basically right after we were done, and it had a lot of the guys we liked. So we figured we'd come on here and just kind of go back over it again, quick recap and go over the new injury stuff. So excited to get on here again and talk this out with you. We were going to try to do Friday slate today, but unfortunately the news came out. We'll have to do Fridays tomorrow. That said, what's happening, bro?
Yeah, what's going on? It's funny. We break this thing down. We bust 53 minutes of just boom, 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 and then, like you said, not even 20 minutes later, half the guys we like are out, and it's like it was random outs too. It wasn't like they was questionable. It was just random.
Like my boy, who I talk to all the time, who told me about D'Lo yesterday, Fuanki, was like, I made a lineup based on your video, and all my guys are now out. I was like, I know, it sucks. Even Cousins. Once I saw Cousins, I was like, how random is that? Oh
my God.
It just is what it is. I saw Shai is playing for OKC, but everyone
else is out.
Yeah, everyone else is out. So I think there'll be some value there for sure. You got DK pulled up?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's get it. Oh, yeah, also, one we didn't even talk about. I think I messaged you about it. Nurk is out. So,
random plantar fasciitis, month.
What? Just random out for a month.
That's that was when you texted me that, I was like, nah, that's you're playing with me. You some sort of Photoshop.
Right? I couldn't even play with you like that. I know. All right, so starting off, Cleveland and Detroit, because this is a big one now. No Garland or LeVert. So, man, if Garland had just been out, I'd love LeVert. And if LeVert had been out, I'd like Garland even more. They're both out. So, yeah, Rondo, although I will say, I don't know why it would be Rondo over. Well, I guess Rondo has played big minutes in 2 out of the past 4, but Brandon Goodwin looms also.
Yeah, he's been. I think you look at the starter in this position. I think the simple case is the starter, whoever starts.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Because they're 100 off of each other. You're not losing, but that makes me nervous. Even with those guys in, Rondo was playing 20 minutes a game.
Those other games he just didn't play because it's not like they only played. Well, maybe. Yeah, I'm sure he had a DNP in there. You're right. It looks like Rondo has taken over that role, but we're only 2 weeks away from him playing 36 minutes against Charlotte in a similar spot.
Right. And that's the thing.
I expect it to be Rondo, though. And if Rondo's starting, you just lock. Now we're talking about value.
Oh, right. We were bitching yesterday about how there was no value on the slate. And we couldn't fit. And all of a sudden, we finished the video, boom, here's your value.
All of a sudden, it makes guys like Kevin Love in play. I'm not going to say I love or anything like that. But
what about a Dean Wade type?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of him for DFS. He reminds me of Grant Williams.
Oh, don't do that too. But he's put up consecutively almost 20 at 32.
He's been fine for this price, but there's nothing in there where I'm like, I need him.
Oh no! But we were talking about Boogie yesterday as a guy at 3,100. Yeah. So similar type in my opinion.
I like Boogie more than I like him, just because I know with Boogie, if something happens and Boogie plays 30 minutes,
oh God, he's going bananas.
Wade could play 40 minutes and not smash.
Right. Yeah.
I always
Mark wants to come back.
I like the guys that have upside more than the guys that are just guaranteed minutes that suck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think you start with Rondo, and that's a lock.
I'd play Okoro over Wade. Okoro's the same price and going to play a ton of minutes too. He's not a good DFS player either, but he's good at defense. He plays a ton of minutes. I don't know. I think him and Wade are. I think in cash games I go Wade, in tournaments I go Okoro.
Yeah, the upside is definitely there for Okoro, especially with the steals and against a shitty and turnover-prone team in the Pistons.
Exactly. So that's all it is. Rondo or whoever's starting looks like the lock.
Yep. All right, next side, Detroit. Was there any injury news in Detroit? I forget. There was so much injury news that so Detroit stayed the same.
Yeah, Detroit's the same. Nothing really to go over here. Same guys are in play. Nothing we love here.
It was basically Grant if you want to play anyone.
Basically Grant, and then Bagley if you want to take a cheap flyer, just because there still isn't a ton of value, but that's it.
Yep. And then Boston, there's no value change. All those guys are ruled in. So, again, I'm still on Time Lord. And that's it for that side of the game for me. Brooklyn side. So he is playing. Okay. I was going to say, is Johnson playing?
I didn't see anything about why he wouldn't.
Okay. Isn't he on the – okay, so he's playing. He's not in the injury thing.
Yeah, so
So I mean, he's still in play, but I mean, you can almost avert that value, with the Rondo piece.
yeah, it's funny. Man, Lionstar likes both Rondo and Goodwin a lot.
So what do they think they're going to do? They think they're going to go
I don't
double backcourt like that? I mean, it makes sense because you have those guys.
They're so cheap. Like, they're just projecting value. So when I say they like them so much, like, they have Goodwin projected for 2060K points, which at 4K is smashing value.
Right.
Rondo at 24. So, like, they have them at 6X.
6K, yeah.
Value.
Right, yeah. I mean, yeah.
I don't think I want to play both, though.
If they both start, I have no problem playing both.
If they both start, yeah, for sure.
Well, because here's the thing, right? Because you're taking out Garland and LeVert.
LeVert was coming off the bench, though.
Okay, but so who was starting then usually?
So you got Allen and Mobley, Garland, Okoro, and let's see who started the last game for them.
Was it like a Dean Wade type?
Yeah, I think so. All right. So they played. Seconds. They played the Hawks on the Tuesday before the All-Star break, and they started, Wade, Mobley, Garland, Allen, Okoro, Wade. So they had LeVert and Love coming off the bench. So I imagine it'll be Mobley, Allen, Okoro, Wade, point guard. But the other ones, like now, like gonna play. They're missing both Garland and LeVert. So, like, I get why both of them would be in play. I far prefer the starter though.
Yeah, I mean, I think you also got to keep in mind if Markkanen plays.
This is how I look at it though. If Goodwin is the starter, I like him a lot, and I also could see taking a shot on Rondo because Rondo is like Cousins. He doesn't need to play a ton of minutes to get there. If Rondo's starting, he's an absolute lock, and I don't want to go to Goodwin. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if Goodwin starts, I have interest in Rondo coming off the bench. But if Rondo starts, I don't really have interest in Goodwin coming off the bench.
Yes, I completely hear what you're saying. I completely agree with that.
So that's all it is. But, yeah, other than that, that's all I got from this one. And, the next game looks like there's no changes.
Beautiful. Atlanta side, any update on John Collins?
He's not playing, which we kind of expected. He's doubtful.
Yep. Okay, so he's doubtful. So, again, we kind of talked about that yesterday.
Gallo's starting. I mean, nothing's changed from that. I didn't expect Collins to play, but, Capella still – he's just such an enigma. I don't really get it.
Yeah. I don't mind Bogdan still.
Yeah, same.
You can do a lot worse at 5,400.
I agree. He's been
playing real good ball.
Real good ball. You called that out. Like,
yeah,
he's been really good. I'm with you. I think he's definitely in play at 5,400.
Yeah, I mean, I have no issues. Like, again, he's kind of a cash guy too. So, and he has the upside of a GPP play too.
I like him. I'm just not sure like he fits the bill that I'm going for, but he might.
No, he might. Who knows? I mean, we thought we didn't think yesterday that we could fit Curry with all those Hawks with all those Minnesota pieces.
Right. True. And now like the slate has opened up a bit, like with Campaign out too.
Right. I mean,
Nurkic out. Like there's a few really good value pieces now.
Yep. And then all right. So nothing's changed. Chicago's the same.
Like here. We talked about this yesterday. Levine would be the only guy for me.
Yep. Minnesota. So the Minnesota, we're on the Memphis side. Nothing's changed in regards to who's playing.
Nope.
Still like Ja, and we talked about Adams as well.
Everyone from this game looks good.
Yeah, I mean this game's a pace game.
If I had to pick one game, it'd be this game, like to play.
Mm-hmm. And then
Edwards is cheap.
Edwards he's a lock. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he looks. I kind of imagine he's going to be really chalky because
you have to assume what the hell? Why wouldn't he be?
He's way too cheap. I'm with you. Like
he fits both type of builds.
Because he's like just cheap enough.
Right. He's on that fringe.
Yeah, I'm with you. I like Russell too. I talked about his history against Memphis. Beverly, Minnesota looks pretty good here.
Yeah, everyone. Even we talked about McDaniels as well as a value piece if you want to use him. 3,600. Yeah.
I'm fine with it.
Oh, yeah. 3,600, dude. If he gets me half of 40, I'm happy.
Yeah, exactly. So.
Next game is where things get wild.
Yeah, you called out Aaron Holiday yesterday. He looks like a lock now.
I know. I was kind of like low key upset when they said
know
Payne
you
was
were.
out.
I know you
I
were
was like,
because
boy.
he was sneaky. Like,
And now he's obvious.
because I don't think Campaign's that good either. That's why I really liked Holiday.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, now he's like a lock.
Oh God, yeah. He has to be, right?
Booker also looks better now with no Payne. Like, not that it matters that much, but
Right.
the other guy also is Elf.
He's gonna have to. I was thinking about. He's gonna have to play.
He's another one of these guys. Like, especially a blowout run. Like,
He'll play regardless.
oh yeah, and he's a guy that can put up DFS points in a quick minute.
Dude, I thought he was real good in Orlando, and
My
then
first ever GPP win had Elf because I stacked the Orlando OKC game.
so there it is.
Those games, Elf was always like in the 5 to 6K range, and you would get either 15 to 20 DK points or like 35 to 40.
Yep, I remember those days very vividly.
But he was definitely good for Orlando. Like, he just can't shoot is the problem.
Well, I mean, here's the other thing too: is Orlando going to do the same thing they did to Elf to like a Cole Anthony?
What do you mean?
I mean, I think they killed him.
I see what you mean. Like, you're not talking about this slate.
No. I'm talking in
Cole
general.
Anthony, honestly, like, I was really high on him. Like, man, Suggs is now like looks like the better player. You just look through their DK game log. Like, I'm not sure what to make of Cole Anthony, but yeah, Orlando is definitely not the place you want to be if you're like a young player developing. I think that's your point.
Right, exactly. Yep.
But the thing about Elf, keep this up for a minute. Like, similar to Rondo, whatever this is from, on the 13th of February, he played 22 minutes at 10, 6, and 9. Or Orlando. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right. And that was a blowout run too.
He's risky for sure. But like,
yeah, because I mean, he can do one of these to you too in 20 minutes.
Definitely. But I mean,
but
you're missing guards. Like,
there's no shot he starts, right?
I don't think so. I mean, no, because they've been playing Holiday more minutes. So
yeah, but he's gonna be the first guard off the bench.
Definitely, I think you could like get weird, like we talked about yesterday, playing Holiday and Payne. I think you could play Holiday and Payton. It's just like Goodman and Rondo, but they're even cheaper.
Right. The lesser version of that.
Yeah, exactly. So,
yeah, and I mean, again, the Booker play is more appealing now in a sense of like, with SGA playing on the other side, like that's huge.
LineStar loves your boy Cam Johnson. They also like Dean Wade a lot, so I'll give you that. They also really like Elf. So,
do they really?
Yeah, they do.
Oh, I mean, I get the Cam Johnson thing. He's gonna get as many minutes as he can handle, really.
He looks like a solid cash game play, filler in all formats.
Yep, agree. Even with that goofy electric hair.
Yeah, I don't have to roster him. I don't feel like he's going to break the slate, but I think he's 20 to 25 here.
Oh, yeah, I would agree with that. And you're very comfortable.
30 probably, actually.
Yeah, and you're very comfortable with that.
For sure.
All right. OKC side. So we couldn't talk about this yesterday. So SGA is in, but Dort, Williams, Jerome, Muscala, everyone else is out.
Akpala and Robinson Earl are like big for Roby.
And Poku.
Yeah, and Poku. Both those guys are in play still. I never will play like Aaron Wiggins is one of these guys like Wade or Grant Williams. I just won't play him. Like, if he beats me, he beats me. Poku and Roby. Man, Roby looks good here. I don't love center today. Like, we talked about him yesterday. I don't know. Like, Shai being back does not help him at all.
Yeah, it doesn't help him at all. And especially because he's gonna draw a tall task with Aiden.
Yeah, I mean,
I think I like Poku more.
I'd feel more comfortable with Roby's minutes.
True, agree with that.
You're probably too young for this, but he looks straight out of a movie called Kid and Play.
No idea what that is. I'll take your word for it.
You got to look it up after. Yeah, I always think about that when I look at them. You old heads will know what I'm talking about there. Great movies. I think there was a few of them made.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, Roby, Poku, I think they both look good here. I'm with you.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, Denver side, so nothing's changed in Denver.
Well, no Cousins.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. So no Cousins. My bad. So, I mean, who do the backup minutes go to? Is it just Zeke?
Yeah, Zeke. Which they're fine giving him the backup minutes. It might mean Jokic plays a couple more, though. Like,
he's playing a ton of minutes, though.
He is playing a bunch of minutes. Interesting.
He could be sneaky.
I wonder why. Yeah, this is a great matchup too.
That's what I mean. Like,
He's like not productive in those minutes though. He's like Jermichael Green. I mean, he can be. Like, I agree with you. He could be sneaky. I'm just like, man.
I think the upside is way too low. But he could be. I mean, he could. Even if he puts up a 20 spot, that's almost 7 times.
Who do you like more, him or McDaniels?
McDaniels.
Him or James Johnson?
James Johnson, because you like him a lot.
That's just what it is. So, like, there's not room for him here.
Right. But if you want to go guard heavy, like if you want to go different than everyone else and go value it, power forward, center spots.
You could do worse. I mean, especially if you're multi-entering. I mean.
Right. Not a single entry or a 3-max,
No, he's playing a ton of minutes and he's 3,300. So I'm with you. Right. No Cousins doesn't hurt him either.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like he could uptick a little bit, maybe to mid-20s to upper 20s.
Definitely. And I will say though, like all this value now has me liking Jokic more.
Yeah. I mean, he's going to be a lot easier to build around where we're kind of like, oh, we need Garland. We need this. We need that.
No Garland. You know what I mean? Like that. So that takes one of the guys I love out of the equation, adds value. So that right there, the no Garland alone makes me on Jokic more. It's a great point to bring up because he was a guy that I was like wanting to lock in. Not that he was like expensive, but he wasn't cheap. Him being out makes it so I can take that guy out, and then also has me add value at other spots.
Right, and we kind of talked about this yesterday. Like, would you rather Jokic and 3K player or like 2 7s? And now you get Jokic and like Rondo.
Right now it's Jokic and Rondo.
Right, and that's no brainer.
Right, assuming agreed. Like Rondo, or Jokic, Holiday, whatever. I mean,
right. Whatever the case may be.
About it, like Portland next, Trendon Watford. Someone's going to start center for them.
Yeah. I mean, we can get there because I don't think anything Sacramento-wise has changed.
Yeah, I like Jokic more now, and I like Sabonis and Fox a lot. Like,
to run back?
You could build around them. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
If you do that, you're not getting, like, Anthony Edwards, which sucks. But, like, if you use Edwards, you're not getting Fox or Sabonis. Like, which I like Edwards more.
What do you want?
Yeah, but, like, there's opportunity cost either way. That's just the nature of the beast. Man, I'm seeing Gary Payton projected high at a bunch of places now also for Golden State. I mentioned it to you yesterday. Now, like, Line Star's not the only one that has him high up their charts. So go on to that next game, Golden State Portland, the last one up.
So first is the Golden State. So yeah, I feel like I've seen his name a lot.
I don't get it.
I don't understand. I don't understand it personally. I really don't. And if he beats me tonight and I don't understand, that's fine. Like, what about this has make you think like, hey, you know what I mean? Like, what are we doing here?
So he did start last game.
Right. So he started over Otto Porter. Okay, fine. But like,
if he's gonna start and play 25 minutes, like he's in play, but I'm not locked. Like, there's other value guys I like a lot more. If he's gonna pull ownership.
Right.
It looks like it's on ownership.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, there's other value guys I like more.
That's how I feel too. And again, same guys from Golden State that we talked about earlier. Okay, so no Nurk is like, holy crap.
Right? Like, because...
Like, what the hell happened? Like, plantar fascia is like, what?
Yeah, and now, like, I kind of forgot about Watford.
And Eubanks.
And Eubanks, but I think Watford will start. Honestly, it makes me like Simons a lot more.
Well, you know who's popping a lot more on projections now?
Winslow?
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet, dude. Like, how could Simons, Hart, and Winslow not pop? Because don't forget, not only is Nurk out, but like Nas Little's out. They traded Covington. They traded what's his face?
They waived Dennis Smith.
But they traded Powell. Like,
right.
I mean, I like Simons, Hart, and Winslow. I mean, I do. I like all of them at their respective price points. None of them are locks, but I could see myself playing any or all of them. And then Watford looks like an elite value play, in my opinion, assuming he's starting.
Yeah, I mean, and we kind of talked about this yesterday. If you wanted to stack this last game with Curry, and then we talked about those 4 top guys, but like you can do it now with.
I don't even need any Golden State. I'm saying that right now.
No, you don't. It could be one of those like one-sided stacks we kind of talked about the other day because these guys
they're so cheap. Like, first off, they've got cheap pieces, but like You take Nurk out, that's a ton of usage, opens up a ton of rebounding equity. Like now, I think Simons, Hart, and Winslow are all too cheap. So it's just a pricing thing. I think that Portland probably loses this game, but they're priced too cheap for their current roles. Certainly Watford is. I mean, no doubt about that. Let's do one build each.
Yep.
All right, I'm going to just plug in Watford. I mean, look at his real quick, I guess. Like, it's hard to really look at that, though, because Nurk has been in.
I was going to say Nurk's been playing every minute. He's productive.
Yeah, he's productive enough. Like,
that's what I mean. At 3,400, he's fine.
The starting center, I mean.
If you get more like this Milwaukee game, which is a very feasible thing for him to do, with the 23 minutes, he puts up a 30 spot. You're thrilled.
Dimes, but I expect him to play like with no Nurk. I mean,
he's gonna have to play probably 30 minutes. Right.
Yeah. Like
the only thing's gonna hold him back is fouls.
Exactly. If he gets to 30 minutes here, he'll smash. Now, if Eubanks splits the minutes or they play small or whatever, I mean, he's not like a lock to be good tonight. But assuming he's the starting center, where is Eubanks? Do they even?
They don't even have him on here. I was literally just looking for him.
I think they waived him.
They did?
I think so. Like,
hold on, let me check. No, not Eubanks.
I mean, if he's just the guy, he could play 35 minutes.
The Trailblazers are signing Eubanks to a 10-day contract.
When
that was 2 days ago.
Oh, okay, interesting. So, yeah, that could really eat into Watford. Like, what if Eubanks? Well, yeah, if Eubanks is starting, I'd get off Watford immediately. Now, the only thing is, this is like one of the late games.
Right. I mean, but
this is where like I could easily pivot from Watford to Gary Payton if I have to make
exactly. Right. That's a perfect example. Like that's easy switch.
Easy switch. Easy peasy. Hopefully we found out that news earlier. All right, I'm still gonna play with Watford right now. All right, go Rondo and Holiday as my point guard, shooting guard. The only problem with all this value is like it's eating up roster spots. That's the case with all value all the time. But like all of a sudden now, I only got 5 spots. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, but you have so much money that's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing to see.
It is. So now I guess I'll go Ant at small forward, Booker at my guard spot.
And Booker. That's crazy. You still have 75.
Yeah, so now we'll go. I mean, I'm going to throw another value piece in. We'll go James Johnson at power forward.
And it's funny that it totally pulls you off of like a Curry. We were big on last night. Yeah.
I like him still, but now like
you don't need him now.
No, I'm not sure he like fits the build because here I can go like I can go Jokic for easily.
You can literally go Jokic.
Yeah, and then
Cunningham or Bane. Bane's been popping, I feel like.
Yeah, no, Bane has been popping. I don't mind Bane.
He makes me nervous.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I won't use him if I'm making one lineup. This is one where I feel like if I use Jokic, I really want Sabonis or Fox. Like I don't need them, but I want them.
So what if you drop Booker?
Yeah, drop Booker. I don't get them both though. I'd have to drop Edwards too.
Yeah, you'd have to drop Edwards too. But if you went here, that gets you Josh Hart though. If you just went Fox. Yeah, I'm about it. I like that. Or take out Edwards and Hart and go Sabonis and see who I get at small forward. Jokic is like so expensive. That's the thing I need to keep in mind. Yeah, he's stupid expensive. So like that's like Aaron Gordon. Oh, Bogdan. Yeah, I'd use Bogdan here. If I could get like Seth Curry in here, I would have loved that. But just 300 off. Jokic completely changes the build. He does. He is so expensive that he just any sort of chance that you want to hit that. That helps me here that I like. Jokic, like I could move him to center and Watford to utility, and then like in case Watford's not starting, like it helps to have that other center in the lineup. Right. Yeah. I mean, even like for me in a situation like this takes me completely off a guy like Time Lord in a single entry. It takes me totally off him. How are you going to use him here? You just can't. Speaking of which, you build now. Yeah. So let's see. I don't want that. Okay, that's get off. Okay, so starting with those three guys because it just makes way too much sense.
Way too much sense.
I'm going right back here to Edwards. Power forward, I'm going to go Hart. And then for my...
Freaking this Portland team's playing good. Like, there's too many plays tonight. I hate, like, I don't
Yeah,
hate.
when nights like this happen, they're a pain in the ass.
Everyone's healthy. Like,
right.
The pricing isn't too strict at all, really. Now there's a ton of value. You know what I mean?
Right. I mean, in this... So, I mean, I probably go Booker at the guard spot just because... And he's not... He's less of a need for me now.
Right, because, like, he's expensive-ish, and, like, I think Booker gets you around 50 here. You know what I'm saying?
Which is perfect.
Which is good. Like, but if this game blows out, I could see him getting 40, which is not that good.
No, right, and I'm afraid of that, to be honest with you.
But I could also see if the game blows out because Phoenix is rolling him, have 40 real points.
Right.
I mean, and him throw 60 DK points.
So I want to see if I can do this. If I can go. Does that get me him? Oh,
Booker can get hot.
I'm 100 away from Winslow. I was trying to game stack that last game with this. Oh my god,
that stinks.
I mean, I can always go Wiggins and just double dip. I mean,
like Wiggins also.
I do like Wiggins. Yeah, I mean, because he sucked in the All-Star game. He sucked. He's sucked leading up to it. I think he's gonna come back with a big bang. So I mean, that gives you that's a lot of exposure in that late game that no one's gonna have.
I completely agree. I mean, I love it in tournaments. I do.
Definitely not a cash build.
No, I really like that a lot. I would love it if you could get to Winslow over Wiggins, but for me, man, I play Curry there personally. So,
right, yeah. I mean, you can play either or.
Yeah, I don't need Wiggins. I get your point about Wiggins. I also don't feel like I need Curry, although I definitely get your point about Curry. I mean, Curry's price is now like affordable. I will say his usage is way down with Clay in.
Yeah, it totally is. I mean, he's kind of given up, and look at this. But he's been shooting so poorly.
It's hard to make him a priority like over Booker with those guys.
Right.
Out, you know,
so like if I went, because that's a good point. If I went Booker here, right? Because again, that's kind of where I started before I put Simons in. 74 gets me who? I mean, nothing there.
Honestly, like if I'm projecting just their raw points, I think I might have Booker over Curry.
It's very damn close. So it would not surprise me. So like, I'm trying to think. Like,
it's about the same either way.
Right. I mean, again, it's going to come down to. Yeah, I mean, I have no problem either way. I mean, there's no way I can pull this off, right? Oh my God, wait.
Handles.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. James Johnson.
Right. And then we kind of talked about this earlier, like that gives you that 100 wiggle room. I mean, that wiggle room of like you need to switch to the bigs.
Jokic is such an interesting one tonight because I feel like you're going to need there are a lot of good mid-tier plays. Like you're going to need 70 from him. But it's Jokic.
At that price, right. He could easily, I mean, it's not out of the realm for Jokic.
Oh my God. It's like I almost expect it. He's averaging 60. I mean.
Right, which is disgusting.
Yeah. He's pricey though. So you definitely need these 60. And that's always worries. I always get nervous when I need 60 at least.
Right. And I think that's why I'd probably avoid going this route versus the other route.
But I agree. Although I don't love Curry like you do. Although I like the idea of playing both Currys together.
Yeah. Have a little Curry brother.
It's fun. That's always fun. Yeah, man. I don't know. Fun slate. It sucks after we made the video yesterday that all that news came out, but it is what it is.
Right.
That's all I got for this one. You got anything else to add?
No, that's it. Just be on the lookout for some news.
Yeah, be on the lookout for some news. We got some news coming at you guys sooner rather than later. We're gonna be promoting a new book sooner rather than later. We're gonna be excited to talk about that with you guys. Until then, we're around. If you have any questions, if you want more content, more info, any of that stuff, go check out the DFS 5 pack. Until tomorrow, guys. Thanks as always.
See you guys. Appreciate it.